Hello, everyone, and welcome to the stream. As my voice immediately dies as I switch over to actually start the stream and stuff gets caught in my throat. Uh. Today's Friday, August 23rd, 2019. If you're watching the VOD on YouTube, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and if you are so inclined, head on over to twitch.tv/Otaku Showboat to leave a follow and turn on notifications to be reminded when I go live Sundays through Fridays from 10 a.m. to approximately 1 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. Stuff is still in my throat. You can follow me on Twitter at Otaku Showboat, as well as visit my website at otakushowboat.com. Today's question of the day is, what have you been reading lately? This can be just about anything, light novels, regular novels. It's that time of year where folks are starting to head back into school on the college side, maybe even also the public school side. So I'm willing to bet that some of you folks who may be still in the primary schooling phase are finishing off reading your summer reading assignments at this point in time, or actually getting around to reading your summer reading assignments around this time of year. So, what have you been reading lately? That is the question of the day. As for myself, last night I finished reading Reincarnated as a Slime. That time I was reincarnated as a slime, volume 6. Now, volume 6 is the longest volume of that series to date, and apparently it has twice the word count of a standard volume light novel. So it's essentially 2 volumes in one, and, it was actually pretty good. I really did like this volume. I've liked the series in general. There's a lot of characters in this series. There's a lot of characters to keep track of, and even I have some trouble at times keeping track of all of the names. It's like, who's this again? I'm not that great with names to begin with, but I do find myself losing track on occasion of just who's who, and there's a lot of similar names between characters as well, so it can get a little bit confusing at times, but I do enjoy the series as a whole. So Volume 6 definitely was one of the better volumes, I think. It was really good. And I read this coming off the back of also reading I think it was Volume 6 as well, of I have to remember titles, because titles of light novels are quite long at times. Of So I'm a Spider. So what? That's the name of the series. Finally, in this most recent volume, it was either 5 or 6, I forget, but this volume that just released the other day, finally stuck with one period of time through the whole freaking volume. That was like the most frustrating thing about the entire series thus far, is just I don't give a flying F about any of the future characters besides our main character. Anyone besides the main character. I really don't care what happens to anyone else in this story. I just care about the main character. So any time, like, it was really hard getting through a lot of the previous volumes to this one for me of Spider. It's a very entertaining story to read, but it was always marred by, in my opinion, by the future storyline. So I'm happy that this volume finally has taken a step back and just focused an entire volume to current events. It's like, well, now we sort of know what's going to happen in the future, and it sort of ended at like the climax point, a cliffhanger point. But I want to know the events that lead up to that point. I'd rather know the events that lead up to that point. I don't like when authors have split timelines like this, or split their stories into two frames of time. But anyway, so that's generally what I've been reading lately. There was also J.K. Haru Summer, which I think I've given my thoughts about already. I didn't like it. Not that much. It's marred by, I think, a combination of not good editing on the part of the author. This was apparently a self-published volume. Not good translation of the person hired to do the translation work by J Novel Club, as well as poor formatting on the part of J Novel Club of the ebook version, which is the only thing that's out right now. So it's a combination of relatively poor writing with a poor translation with bad formatting. So I'd say completely skip this one. It is not worth your time. It is absolutely not worth your time. It's technically not a light novel either. Outside of that, I'm currently now, I have just started last night after finishing Volume 6 of Reincarnated as a Slime. I have now begun reading Volume 3? Pretty sure it's Volume 3 at this point of Reincarnated as a Sword. So, I think you can get an idea here of the types of light novels I read. That we've got all four of those that I've just talked about are all isekai genre. So I think you can get an idea of the types of books I read at this point. But yeah, Reincarnated as a Sword. I have just started reading the Volume 3, which released yesterday. Yes, that released yesterday in English. And that is the last one of the month, I think, and the last one for a while, till later in September, when we get the next volume of Death March to the Parallel World Rhapsody. The next volume of that releases later in September, as well as a new series I'm interested in. I forget the exact title of it, something about alchemist. Some story of an alchemist trying to live a normal life in a city after being in stasis for hundreds of years, but whatever. That's a thing that is happening towards the end of September. But besides that, there's really not much that's releasing unless J Novel Club decides, oh hey, we're going to suddenly release this volume of a thing that I've been following without as much notice. That tends to happen in light novels, in the world of light novels, on occasion. So yeah, that's sort of what I'm looking forward to, what I'm reading now, what I've just recently finished reading. Let me know. In the stream, I have this as the question of the day in the title, so folks can just come in if they want and just put it in chat. If you're watching the VOD on YouTube, let me know in the comments. What have you been reading? What series have you been reading? Or have you been reading not light novels? Let me know about the not light novels too. As for me, the not light novels or light novel like novels, I actually forget the last one I read. What was the last not light novel that I read? Actually, it might have been the most recent Brandon Sanderson, Stormlight Archive volume 3. Oathbringer, I think is the name of it. I think that might have been the last actual novel I read. now that I'm thinking about it, I think that's the last, like, actual novel I read. But anyway, I think it is time to actually get into the game. As for, like, updates for Pi stuff and Factorio, the Pi suite has not had any updates to the GitHub page recently, for several days now. King Arthur, however, has been updating the Pi Cold Touched by an Angel mod. Well, updating it in the GitHub. It's not ready for release yet, but that is something that is coming, is a big rewrite of Pi Cold Touched by an Angel to provide compatibility between Bob's Angels, Pyanodons, technically I think also AAI, stuff like that. It's like, if you want to throw everything at the game, you can with that compatibility mod. Right now, the most recent version of that compatibility mod is technically broken because of an error with PCB1 and Circuit 1's. Like, the handcrafting recipe for Circuit 1's is being superseded by PCB1, or yeah, something like that. There's two recipes in the code that are coded to the same recipe identifier, and the game is reading the first one, or no, it's only giving you the second option, which is I think the Circuit 1 recipe, but all of the stuff requires PCB1, which you can't make. So either use the previous version or go in and mod it yourself to give them different recipe IDs. But I've mentioned that before. Or just, wait for the next update to Pi Cold Touched by an Angel. So, today, let's switch over to the actual game now. Oh yeah, I've also sort of been mucking about in the like the post-apocalypse scenario. That is interesting. I don't know. I don't know whether or not I like it. I think it's just a bit too much. It's a bit much. Like, each of these saves is over 400 megs in terms of size, so you can get an idea of how long it takes to actually save the game, and that is a problem. Like, I don't have a problem running the mod, or this scenario, actually playing it, but gosh, saves just take way too long. Way too long. And then, of course, there's also the fact that literally everything is manually placed on this map, so you can't really use any, like, overhaul mods for it without spawning in resources manually for it, because you will only get iron, copper, coal, uranium that's been manually placed around the map. So if you're doing Bob's, Angels, or Pyanodons, or all of the above game, you're going to need to spawn in manually the other involved resources for this to play on this map with that. There's also biters, which, of course, I'm not particularly a fan of biters in the first place. Which also reminds me, the Friday fast facts were posted before the stream today, actually. So I did want to, like, mention this because it's about controversial opinions from individual devs about what they would change with the game that is not currently in the works, and it's really controversial, and they want to hear people's opinions about them because maybe after 1.0 they might consider doing these changes. And frankly, yeah, it's a pretty mixed bag of crap. The first thing here is that inserters should not chase items. Yeah, I can agree. Like, I don't know how many times I've seen inserters try to chase items and not actually be able to catch them. Like, oh, I'm trying to grab it, I'm trying to grab it, I'm trying to grab it, I'm trying. They keep failing and failing and failing and failing and failing to grab things. It's like, well, what the heck does that do to the throughput of your inserters? But yeah, inserter throughput is inconsistent, and I can see why this would be desired. Such is the nature of how they did inserters in the first place. They decided it won't be done. I would say have another look at that. I was about to say something rather rude there for a minute, but let's just say I disagree that it shouldn't be done. I think it should absolutely be done. I would rather them not chase items. Only grab what's direct. Like, let them grab whatever is directly in front of them. Like, they can, as soon as the arm has gone to its default pickup position, can be like the tick that it, or maybe like offset by 1 tick when it starts checking if there's an item in the very exact location where that inserter's hand is, and just have it pick if there. It's a yes no. If something's there, pick it up. If not something there, don't. Just wait until something there to pick up. It doesn't seem like it would be that particularly difficult of a change to me, but I can see why they wouldn't want to throw out all of the work done in making the inserters chase objects on a belt. But yeah, I think the performance implications of not chasing items would be well worth any other detriment, frankly. And I don't know why you think that changing this in such a significant way, as they put it, and having big implications. It's like, you freaking changed the petroleum system! If you're okay with making huge-ass, significant, big changes in the oil setup, why would you not then consider something as simple as this? This is like a much more logical thing to change. You've already made even bigger changes than what this implicate. This whatever. The next one is equally is like just bad. Blueprint import export should be a modded feature, and then they complain about people skipping stuff in the game. Oh, so tempting to import the belt balancers. Like, this guy's full of himself. That's what I'm thinking here. Is this Twinson? He said he's the same guy who did the inserters should not chase items. That I can agree with, but this one, nah. That's just being too freaking full of yourself at that point. How about you actually design a game that makes it actually, fun to design perfect ratio items? Like, how about making it easier to actually determine for yourself what the actual ratios are, so you can actually build something that's efficient more easily? Like, there is a reason why people are going out and trying to get blueprints for setups that are at ratio. It's because it's too freaking annoying for most people to figure out by themselves without help what the actual ratios are and what the setups should even look like in the first place. And then there are those who set it up that so many times previously that they just want something they can pay, something done for them that's compact, that's better than what they can make, to just plop down instead of having to redo it either every time or do something themselves that's not exactly as efficient as it should be. Like, get over it. And then combat stuff. Weapons shouldn't lock on. All weapons should lock on. The fact that shotguns don't is the issue. Shotguns should. Like, it's like, oh, well, we already have this in the game that the shotguns don't lock on, therefore everything shouldn't lock on. No. Shotguns don't lock on, therefore shotguns should lock on to match everything else in the game. Oh boy. Biters should be more aggressive and probe your defenses. Oh boy. Yeah, just play with biters off. They're already too annoying of a mechanic in the long run. Don't make them a bigger pain in the ass. And then by that token, clearing bases should not leave you safe. You already have enemy expansion enabled by default in default settings. That is a thing that already exists. Clearing bases should not leave you safe. That already exists in the base game. It is already a thing. Get over it. Miners shouldn't output directly to belts. I get that that's the only item in the game normally that outputs directly to belts. I get that. But if you are so inobservant to not notice that there's a huge-assed yellow arrow on the output of that mining drill to indicate that it's going to output there, and you put inserters to try to output via inserter on a mining drill, you've got bigger problems to deal with. Play like, this is something that is taught in a tutorial. Okay? Get over it. Boilers shouldn't have a water output. Well, again, you need to teach players that steam engines use steam. This is apparently an issue where they saw that people were putting steam engines to a water output on boilers instead of the steam output. Again, those people have much, much bigger problems than just that, than the boilers being problematic. Like, you need to make it clear that, like, who would do that? That's the name of the thing is steam engine. I guess it wasn't clear which output was which. Maybe you should make alt mode default on. That sounds like a much better solution to me. Alt mode default on. And then pipes should work like electricity. Finally! Finally, something that makes sense here. Yes, pipes should work like electricity. That is an abstraction that is absolutely... that I'm willing to accept. I can understand that they want to have simulated fluid dynamics. The issue is that simulated fluid dynamics, from a simulation standpoint from a computer, are quite literally impossible. It is quite literally impossible to accurately simulate fluid dynamics in the way that they're trying to simulate it in the way that they have the game coded to begin with. So, and in order to actually get as accurate of a simulation as they would want, would require like supercomputer level type computations. So yeah, you can't do it accurately enough to have it done the way that you want. Therefore, just accept that this is a thing that needs to be abstracted and make it work like electricity. I am all for that. Then there's a thing that about adventure mode that I didn't really care about and really read, although I find it hilarious that they say Factorio is not about exploration. Have you ever played on a rail world map and had to go out and explore to try and find resources? Like, seriously, guy? Exploration is absolutely an aspect of Factorio. Why do you think people want to play this scenario that you just highlighted last week? Because people want more exploration. They're saying they want an adventure mode to get more people to do exploration. I agree with that. But them also saying that it hasn't been a priority because Factorio isn't supposed to be about exploration is just bad thinking. In terms of the whole group of devs saying together and agreeing on Factorio isn't supposed to be about exploration are full of it. They're full of it. There is absolutely aspects of exploration in Factorio, and people want more aspects of exploration in Factorio. Robots shouldn't take up space and time is the next thing. Yeah, way too complicated to do any of that. So next, items should have volume and mass. No. That is an abstraction that is necessary. No. That's like the basis of video game inventory systems. Period. End of discussion. That is a level of abstraction that is necessary for gameplay balance. Just no. Power user hotkeys. Yeah, there's more things need hotkeys. Straight up, more things need hotkeys. And then lastly, mining furnaces and assembling machines should return ingredients for in-progress recipes. Yeah, they should. I have that mod installed that does that, and yes, the potential exploit there is way too manual for way too little gain. So after all of that talking, sitting here on the loading screen for ages, let's actually play the game. Half an hour in to the stream. Let's actually start playing the game. So that was the Friday Fast Facts that I just discussed. Oh joy. Oh bliss. Let me actually reset myself up here so that everything is back to normal. So what did I do last time? Last time I set up Drilling Fluid 1. That's what happened. Drilling Fluid 1 was last time. Involved with Drilling Fluid 1 was also setting up Guar, as well as I set up a whole bunch of clay and soil and sand processing. Guar into seeds. This is way more than what's necessary to process this much guar. This little thing can process like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these, I think. Yeah, so this is 5 rows. Like each row is enough to process an entire setup of the guar, so that's fine. And then here, guar gum. Again, I think this is more than what I need to process what I've got. None of it can use productivity modules, sadly. And then this also produces a lot of organic matter, which is being converted into carbon dioxide, and excess CO2 is being vented currently. And then, of course, all of that means that I have everything that I need to get glorious and wonderful drilling fluid 1. However, I am limited in my production of the guar. My guar is limited because of my lamp production. I'm doing a recipe for guar that uses lamps. This is primarily just a space-saving measure to use less guar gum plantations. So what my thought is I will start producing more copper because lamps are being limited by my amount of copper. That is the main limiting factor. I've got a lot of stuff actually that's requiring copper cables at the moment. So I'm going to need a lot more copper to feed into this. So my thought was, since copper is just lubricant and coal gas. Yes, kitty? You touch my arm with your arm? My thought was that I would scale my coal gas, lubricant, and therefore my copper production and actually do localized copper plates feeding into these glorious things. Which, as you can see, I am limited on my copper plates to actually feed my copper wires at the moment. I do want to make sure, though, that you are sort of... Yeah, you're requesting all of the copper cable on the planet. And... yeah, literally everything is set to pick up. These guys are set to be picked up. So yeah, I need more. I need more. Just more. More of the everything. So that means that I am going to be doing a lot of copy pasting. What I want to also do, what I would like is, you know, this is great. This setup over here is great to make coal gas. I want something a little better. I want to redesign this to fit my grid. Yes, I want to redesign this to fit my grid. So, Falgi into high pressure furnaces. I want to know how much stuff I get in each of my little squares here. So I know that 160 Falgi is the equivalent of 4 yellow belts, or is ultimately the equivalent of 4 yellow belts of coal production. How many are here? 40 to 84. So that means that 4 of these would be enough mushrooms to feed plenty of glorious stuff. This is also going to be done through the power of logistics robots. Let's see, how do I properly copy this? Probably like so? Yes, like so. And then something as nice and easy as doing this. And that. So what does that do? That places down 168? Or 100 and... what now? Yeah, 100... Wow, how the hell did I do that math in my head? Yeah. How in the world was that a thing? Also, what's with the... what's with you being, like, off? Yeah. You go away, and you go away, and you go there. So yeah, construction robots are fully available now. Now that they have finished their beautiful things. The aluminium tiles. Yes, this is exactly what I want. Oh, I don't have any more. I don't have any more medium poles. Oh no. Let's let my nanobots place everything they want to place. But I should have everything on network, at the least. So it should all be sent in, and I am now out of nanobot ammo. Oh no. That's a good question. Are they on the way? Yes, they are on the way. They are on their way. Oh, right. Yeah, that's going to be an issue. All of these need efficiency modules, which I don't have. Wonderful. So yeah, all over time this will build out for me, whether or not I have the nanobots. So that is that designed. Oh, here's pipes and things coming, and lots of poles and everything else. Thank you, my minions, for bringing me these things. I should also note that there are other recipes on the Guargum. There is one, actually, other recipe on the Guargum that I could use instead that does not need lamps. So I could conserve lamps if I really wanted to, by using more space. It's something like 68-ish Guargum plantations. In that case, that would be... so if this is 24, that would be 3 of these. Yeah, that would be 3 of these on the basic recipe. Would I rather do that and have another 2 extra squares in the production of drilling fluid. 1, just lots and lots and lots and lots of guar everywhere. Maybe. It depends. It might be something to transition to do instead. But the thing is, literally everything involved in making lamps can go back to just needing space anyway. So it's either I use the space on guar, or I use the space to make the lamps, for the resources to make the lamps. And since I'm going to be doing the resources anyway to make the lamps, I may as well just do this in this way. You there. If I ever go down, I need to fix this. There we go. Also, why are you missing? Oh, because you're there. Excuse me, why did that... That, like, mined really fast. There we go. Oh boy. Why is that mining that quickly? Go, go, go. Do the thing. Guess I just have to be careful. My upgrades to my mining speed are making it such that I can pick up these roboports really fast. Oh right, the loaders aren't all existing yet. Don't know why, though. They should exist. They should exist, and my robots should be placing them for me. In fact, they should be bringing me them. On the way 0, logistics storage 0. Yeah, that's a problem. I am backed up on circuits now. Isn't that glorious? That's glorious, actually. I really like that. Hello? Yeah, that would be necessary. Yeah, what's wrong with my small parts? So, I've got plenty of those, so that's not the issue. The issue is small parts. Like, seriously? Literally no small parts. Make all of the things, please. So, small parts, they're here, yeah. I could add them in this chest. I was adding them through that chest, but I am making them here. It's copper. It's copper. That's what it is. It's copper. So, yeah, it's all getting requested. As much as I can send in. This means that... Okay, what I want to do... I need to grab my car from up here. I want to actually grab... How big is this storehouse? This storehouse is small, I think. Iron and steel. What's this footprint? Yeah, it's 3 by 3, that's fine. That will work. That will function. It will function. So you may or may not notice that I have a fluid bus. Oh, this is gonna be interesting, isn't it? Or you may or may not have noted that I have red undergrounds. Well, actually, as it turns out, you don't even need to worry. How am I going to do this? So, where is it? You. That technically contaminated a little bit. Not too much. So, this guy. This shed. Actually, I want you out further. Alright, I'm going to do that. That's my, quote, belt balancer there. But what I also had wanted to do is bring it up, actually, here. So, really, what I want is... this. This is what I truly desire. And yes, this will be many undergrounds. Such is why you try to leave these empty. Just to conserve your undergrounds, but you never actually need to leave gaps like this, like I have done on the main bus. Many people do leave the gaps every 4. It's not technically necessary, it just saves on number of undergrounds. So I'm doing this here, A, because it's right next to the existing copper line, and that makes it easier to do balancing between them. B, I don't have to also think about the landfill over the lake that I'm going across right now. Now, if only I could not... Gee, I hope I have enough undergrounds. And yeah, every time there is a split of that outside lane, I will rebalance. Now, this also makes a very key assumption, and that is that the line going to the south at some point backs up. And that is an assumption that may or may not be true, because I will only get extra going north, really. Well, I guess technically because it's balanced, it will always go north, so never mind. Never mind any of that, I just won't have a sufficient amount going to the south, sure. Although maybe the north belts will back up and I'll be happy. Lots of undergrounds, I swear. So many undergrounds. At least they're bringing me them. And this is simply just supplemental for now. Thank goodness I have red undergrounds. Supplemental until I can do a proper setup of the new order of things. Oh, this is... Okay, yeah, this is not good. This ain't gonna work. Aw, poor kitty's throwing up. Yeah, this is not going to work as it is. Alright. That helps that. Boom. And there we go. Belt balance, sure, right at the end. Now let's have a look at everything down the line. So, we've got this coming in constantly, and we've got this coming in. It's not 2 full belts that are going in. Definitely not 2 full belts, and it's being split into 3. I'm just wondering if... Like, I'm pretty sure this southern line is backing up regardless. Like, I'm pretty sure that this southern line is backed up, or backing up, so I should get more going to the north anyway. We shall see. Where's my setup here of all the things? Just gotta have more coffee, man. That is the answer to everything in life, is more coffee. Speaking of which, I now need to set up something new. Something new, and something new from DDCs. So I need to fit this, all of this, into a square, along with burners. Should have burners. Yeah, plenty of burners. Have plenty of the Mark II destructive distillation columns. I just need my bros to give them to me. Just like I need my bros to send this out and up, please. Autosave, 174 hours. Let's see, so I did want to talk a little bit as well about the stream itself. So this week overall, this entire week has been much lower viewership than usual, but it's also been higher follows than usual. I don't know how that's working, how that's a thing, but yeah, there's more follows than usual and then less average views. So my average views have been actually going down lately, which isn't... I'm not very happy, as you might expect, but that is a thing. It'll happen. The views fluctuate over time. I was hoping that playing this playthrough of Pyanodons, that I would eventually get the 3+ average and get to affiliate status before I start changing things. Like, I wanted to at least get to affiliate before starting to experiment more and starting to expand, start playing other games, and hopefully growing through playing other games, getting people to come here for me. And my style and how I play and my presentation of things. But, yeah. That I may have to expand at some point because it's probably not going to happen just streaming Pyanodon's Factorio. I am sad to say. Like, in terms of games, I've got plenty of ideas of, like, what games I want to stream, but in terms of, like, not games, I've also been considering other things. Like, you know, I totally lost 170 some odd pounds. close to half my body weight on a ketogenic / low carb diet. So there is something that can be done in regards to that, I think. Like, that much would be pretty obvious as a thing that I could do, have discussions about, anyway. But at this point, I don't know. I don't know. And therefore, everything will be interesting going forward. So, I don't know what I'm going to do at this point. I'm doing everything within my power. That is what I'm doing. Within my current power, I am doing. Either way, I'm streaming because I like it. I like streaming. And I don't see myself stopping streaming at any point, no matter what. No matter what. Times can be looking as grim as ever. I will want to keep streaming because that is what I enjoy doing. If it's not in the cards that it becomes something that is able to financially support me in any way, shape, or form, so be it. But, as with anyone who streams, it would be nice. It would be nice if what I enjoy doing could be the means of my survival. Oops. Wait, what? Huh? Okay, something's off. Something's off kilter. Something is off kilter. Is this? Yeah, that's even. Yeah, something is off. It's like a tile off somewhere. But I mean, all of this is... Like, what? Where is it? Where is it off kilter? See, that works. That doesn't. That's it. Yeah, you're off a tile. But it's off a tile on the big... Oh, I see. So I had moved my big electric poles out of the way of the coal gas. I had to move it because it was in the way of the coal gas. Okay, I will accept that as a thing. Although, it looks like I do need to... go about and redo some wiring here. Yeah, nope. That's fine. You're bringing me things. Ooh. Lovely. Sucks having to redo so many wires every time I want to grow. It would be so nice to just be able to copy paste, but yeah. It's like maybe I don't have the roboports in the corners. I don't know. I don't know anymore what I want. It's convenient having the roboports in the corners. So, if this is going to be done by robots at all times, you of course are going to do that recipe. Oh right, I am forgetting a very important step. I need my Mark II high pressure furnaces. HPFs, wherefore art thou HPFs? Big yawn, big yawn, big yawn, big yawn. What? There are 0 high pressure furnaces. I guess they're all going over to process to the spot where I've got my... Oh, I just got given something or other, some building. DDC, I think. They're all going to the area over here where I've got the CO2. Like, as they're crafting, they're going here. Way out here into the wild yonder. Wait. That's always been 4. So, they're not even crafting. Okay. That's not good. That's not good at all. How's the power? Fine, for now. So high pressure furnaces are being made out here. Oh. You mean you want... these things? Sure, you can have... these things. Oh, they're giving them to me as well as sending it to craft. I would think all the Mark II buildings would be either backed up by now. Guess I'm just using too many of them. So yeah, definitely I do need the average views at this point. Part of it might just be I'm straight up streaming too much. But like, it's like, well, but I want to stream, but I also want to grow, and streaming too much can actually be problematic as well. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure things out. We shall see about absolutely everything. I am officially out of coffee. Also, Kitty's not next to me anymore. So I'm sad. No more Kitty next to me. Like, aw. Where's my kitty? What happened to my kitty? He's gone. There you go. And there you go, and there you go. And there you go. And there you go. And there you go. Constantly build things, please. I need them. I need all of them. Because they need to go and get placed by construction bots. So... I need to convert the mushrooms into coal. That is step 1. Oh, right. So yesterday I mentioned that I knew about an issue in regards to fluids. Specifically, it is in regards to saline and salt. So... okay, good. I can't use production modules on that recipe, but... saline... but there is a salt to saline, which is in chemical plants. Now, please tell me that this was fixed. Please tell me that this is not... okay, good. That's not the case. So, there was a point in time, I suppose, where the saline water and salt could use productivity modules, and you could end up net positive of both and have infinite amounts through productivity modules through those loops. But yeah, you cannot do productivity on salt to saline, and you cannot do productivity on saline to salt. Now, saline to salt is 1 to 10. This is 1 to 10. Or 10 to 1, I suppose you could say. 10 saline out for 1 salt in. And this is 1 salt in to 10 saline out. So that's fine and dandy at this point. Apparently that was an issue at some point. Why, again, are there additional solar panels connected to the network? How? Where? Where did you hook yourself up to my main network? There. You got hooked up here, today, just recently. I do not want that hooked up. Don't want it hooked up in the slightest. Oh, come on. There. Wait, why do I even need this? Actually, you know what? That's the one I want to break, because that is my main network. That is the sub-network. If anything, I'm going to connect sub-networks to each other. That connects only sub-networks. What? What? Why do you have... Where? Where do you have 2 turbines? What 2 turbines? Oh, I guess you have that turbine. That's a problem. But where's the other turbine? I guess it might be the same one. Here? Yeah, it's you. To this turbine and this turbine, but why not here? Are these still separate networks? What? Oh. Yeah, that would be a thing. Wasn't this supposed to be hooked up to you? Yeah, you shouldn't be... on that side. Let's tweak this and fix this, since I see it here now. It is here and now. And then this... that connects all of that together. So then I have to do the same exact thing up here. then have a look and see that, I mean, it is totally possible that there's not enough accumulator charge to last through the whole night on 21 accumulators from 288 solar panels. We shall see. I don't think so. No. No, there isn't. Because note that this is with getting some of the charge from that one turbine being connected. I am missing some efficiency modules. Like, for some reason, you don't even have efficiency modules. I'm missing quite a few efficiency modules from there. But, yeah. Let's keep adding. Adding these rabbit ears. They're rabbits. They're evil. Evil rabbits, or good, nice green rabbits. But they're rabbits! That's what they are. They are rabbits. Also, it's daytime. Are you not full? You are full. You are outputting fully, and it's not enough to fully produce. Or... Wait, your accumulator charge is still going down, so there are not enough solar panels, which is sad. Alright. Fine. Game. You win this round. Put more solar panels, please. That's all I ask of you. Why are they doing such a big trek? I don't get it. Why are they attempting... such long treks? I definitely have the solar panels for reference. I definitely have the solar panels to place all that down. I'm not worried about that. On that aspect, anyway. Alright, let's actually get continuing the work here of getting the coal gas at scale. Maybe I should queue up more aluminium tile everywhere. Oh, hey. I add some bots. Take away those bots. Thanks. So over here... away from my mushroom haven... I should have my Mark II thingies, yep. Will I have the area, the space to do all of this in one? Probably not. In one square. Eight, huh? I need 10. I need 10! 10 are needed. At least. That's inconvenient. That you are 8. Unless I just, like, use speed modules. In that case... I need a 60-ish per second output. Yeah, that'll be fine. Unless... Ooh. What value is that to me, ultimately? Not actually. Not actually. That's just more power. Yeah, that would be just more power by doing productivity. Productivity can be useful, but not in a case where the where ultimately mushrooms are water, and infinite. Productivity is great for products that are harder to get further down the chains. So 8 of these, yeah, that's enough to process what I need to process. Get this going. Oh. Right. That's not going to be a thing. 8.4 out as well, so yeah. See about that. Right. Let there be power. To all of those things. And there we go. So, there be coal on my network. A lot of coal on the network. About, like, inbound coal on the network. Also, lots of stuff for my dudes to do now. Because this is... yeah... Autosave! 174 and a half hours! Oh, that's the coke. I want the, coal. Yeah, coal. So, what am I gonna do with the coal? I'm gonna convert it. What do you expect? It's gonna be converted. Do I have speed in these? I have 1 speed and 3 efficiency in these, and then in these I had 4 speed. Alright. Sure, that could just be a copy-paste. But do I want this spacing? Do I want to keep this spacing and, like, use belts internally and all of that nonsense? Yeah, it'll save on the, like, sheer stupidity of the number of robots flying around. Speaking of robots flying around, I've got like 2 grand robots flying around doing stuff. I have 7,300 available Logibots. Oh, that's going to be so fun upgrading these robots to Mark II. Oh, joy, oh bliss. Do not copy... I didn't copy this part. This is as simple as 4 requester chests requesting coal. like all of it. And then loader outputs. Oh, I didn't get the, didn't get this section either. Lots of dudes flying at this point. Let me see. Yeah, I mean, I guess if I really wanted to do this properly, I would just do the full copy, paste. Of like, this. I'm not going to worry so much about, like, this belt work. Or exactly where these are. For now. Wait, what is that? I copied here. Let's play spot the difference. Oh, further down. What is this? Where did this come from? I guess I copy-pasted from here, didn't I? Yeah, I copied from there. Yeah, so this isn't needed. Alright. Oh, I've already got a little bit of ash in here. Great. Actually, yeah, I'm going to have to reposition, like, this entire thing. Burner line. I don't need any of this. I don't filter you. Right, you're only ash. I don't need any of this because I'm not making heavy oil here. I am exclusively making coal gas out of this. Oops. Of course, burning only excess. and then burning all the iron oxide. I'm storing the extra on the ash and the iron oxide, so don't complain that I'm not doing anything with the extra stuff. With the byproducts, I am, though, attempting to destroy them. I just need to properly set up my burner line here. Preferably in a way that is completely viable. You come in, yeah, from there. So this actually is self-feeding. Thing is, do I really want this burner line right here? I'm trying to build this in a way that I can just copy and paste the unit itself and not have anything to worry about. If I have my burners here, this is encroaching into the neighboring unit. So if I wanted to copy this, I would need to do it in 2 units every single time. And it's like, well, what do I do with this other space? I mean, yeah, I can shift this stuff over and, like, keep going and filling this in, but I would need to do that with every single time I need to do this setup for coal gas. And as you might expect, that could potentially get annoying. Also, to make absolutely certain that I don't end up in a situation where I can't void the ash that the burners produce. I need to leave every other burner not bringing stuff in, as well as feed itself back by doing something like that. And that will last perpetually. I don't need to worry about it. In fact, what I can do is take a glorious copy of that and make it into a blueprint. You know, that would actually work well right down here. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to cut it. And paste it down here. Preferably more than just one. And I'm going to replace those pipes somewhere. Somewhere or other. Trying to just decide where I want this to live. Alright, the pipes are going to be problematic. Let's just delete the pipe And then paste a second line. Because that's what I want. Oh, you blocked a thingy there. I see. Alright, that works. That also works. It's so close to encroaching on the next square. It's like right on the edge. Like literally last tile right on the edge. So you don't need to do that. I just need to get this over here, as well as this over there. Ooh. That is not nice. Let's see. Yeah, I need to split up and over, and here, and down, and there. That is going to be the coke coming in. This is going to be the waste products. Yeah, these will go to the south. If that, as they say, is that. And that's the game. We good? We good. Of course, we're not moving because we've got nothing to do with the coal gas at the moment. I may have missed pipe somewhere. I absolutely missed pipe somewhere. Right there. So all of the excess, well, all of it will be vented for the moment. Unless I were to, like, break that for now. But I want to just see it move for the interim. Watch as it moves and does its thing. And yeah, so that all technically still does fit within the single square, which is what I wanted out of it. So now I have this setup that uses 5 full squares and then partial sixth. So I guess 5 and gee, how many can I fit of this in here? Probably a lot of this. Especially if it gets offset like that. If I do that, and then if I put the power, actually, if I put the power here instead, rather than here, that would mean that I could do that. Excuse me, I said I could do that. And that is a repeating-ish unit. Like, the whole thing can then get copied and pasted. Like so. But I'm not going to do that for the moment. So I know that I can fit 6 lines easily, maybe a 7th. So it's like 5 and a 6th of this. Also uses lots of robots. Ergo, lots of power to charge the robots to do that. And to let it run. And then there is the concept of, now I need something to do with all this coal gas. Well, I have an idea. Just saying, I have an idea. This produces actually enough coal gas, more than enough coal gas to run a single yellow belt output of ground borers, of any ground borers. So, not concerned on that front. I apparently have managed to pick up some dudes. So yeah, not concerned at all. Maybe I should make use of the extra throughput here of these. Maybe. I was thinking of copy-pasting the lubricant stuff as well. That is these 5 tiles. Well, 2 more mushrooms plus Kickalc, not Kickalcrelesia, plus this for aromatics, and then into lubricant. You're actually backed up on lubricant. Wow. Currently, with my mod installed that allows this to still use lubricant, I am getting... Wait. Oh. Hello. You're officially Syngas Limited. Oh, that's... Yeah. Bye, bot. Bye-bye, you're being banned. Bye. Bye-bye, bot. That is like the 3rd time that same bot under different usernames has come in and done that stupid advertising. Just bye-bye. You're not welcome here. So, this this in squares. This in squares for copper. Will be interesting. How much of this am I currently automating? And then I have Mark IIs. Yeah, that's the other thing I need to bear in mind. I should have Mark IIs. Have I even set up impact crushers yet? Like, how much of the standard stuff have I set up yet? Yeah, I have not set up impact crushers or any of that. Oh, joy. Alright. Time to actually go through and see what I do and don't have on the necessary equipment side of things. Because I have things like scrubbers, but I don't have things like the impact crushers. I think I have secondary crushers. I know I have jaw crushers. Clearly I don't have impact crushers yet. This is a spot that I can fit 4. Barely. Impact crushers. Local radars, huh? Am I even automating those? I am. Ooh, that is a lot of duralumin all at once. Don't want to overload my systems. But I should definitely have enough stuff to make Mark I impact crushers. And I should theoretically have stuff for the Mark IIs. Theoretically. Actually, what I want to request are these. I do have them. Give me all of them, please. On the way, 50. All. I apparently have 50. Cool. Give me all of them. In fact, take away some of the stuff I don't need right now. Actually, fill nearby, like close chests, please. With my stuff, with my gear. I put you in the library, right? Yes. So you can take that away for now. Phew. Okay. Alright, I got my screeners, at least. Mark II jaw crushers. Here. Bring me some of those. How you doing? You need circuits, because of course you do. Hey, Mark II jaw crushers. Who'd have thunk it? I do need some of these. I think I need the washers as well. Convenient how I have all this mining stuff all next to each other. Who here is a Mark II that's holding on to a ton of circuits? I'm sure I have lots of things that are Mark II that are holding on to a bunch of circuit 2s that they don't really need to hold on to. You're holding on to a bunch of beautiful things, actually. Make impact crushers, please. Whoops. Oops. Right, should keep it limited. Right, small parts. Oh, the issue of small parts. What was the other machine types I need? Screeners, impact crushers, burners, of course, jaw crushers, classifiers, and washers, and boffs. Do I have boffs? I do. Cool. I think I have classifiers as well. Further away, not nearby. Maybe. Yeah, further away. Why are you not crafting? You just, again, the perpetual need for all of the circuits. Circuit 2s. The perpetual need. Always going to need circuit 2s. I'm actually concerned about what's going on with these. Because it's not like I have 0 circuit 2s. Inductor 2s. What's your problem, dudes? Ferrite. Why am I still not getting enough? Oh. Why am I still not getting enough chrome for nichrome? Chromium for nichrome. How is that a thing? Where even is my chromium line? Wait a minute, who's... Chromium? Where's my nickel? Have I not... I don't think I brought the nickel all the way up, although I have the nickel. I think... Oh god. Oh god. Look at all these failures. All of these failures. Oh... Shoot. All of these guys trying to go, like, to here that can't because there's no charging in the middle of the lake. Yeah, they're trying to go make their way across various things, but they can't. They can't, because this is no man's land. Could probably set something up right here. Right there. Anyway, they're just gonna get stuck. I don't care if every single one of my robots gets stuck there. Alright, I got those given to me. Casting. Yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do about the nichrome. No clue what I'm going to do about the nichrome. Have you brought me things? There's some. Don't really need money. And then classifiers, which I also have. Good. Very good. I'm out of coffee, sadly. Very sadly. Alright, you bring me these yet? Bring me these. Where? Alright, 6. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, cool. Off we go. Now to design into the grid some copper casting. Copper casting processes. Hope I have enough burners. I better have enough burners. Alright, supplemental copper casting. I may also, you know, want to hook up the coal gas from way over here. Alright, that's an output. An output. Onto the rest of the coal gas network, so excess will get sent out, and it will only operate when coal gas is in use, so not wasting coal gas on this unit, because this unit is exclusively for coal gas. And I think it should be fast enough. Do I use speed modules here? No, I don't use speed modules there. I'm thinking it's fast enough to process all of the tar that gets processed out of these machines, so we should be good. Lots of busy bees. Very, very busy bees. So, the basics of processing copper. Time to process copper. Now, I usually build setups like this starting from the top left corner. So, copper. There are 6 of these here. That's 20 per second. You can use modules here. You cannot use productivity. Could use speed, not carrying around any speed currently. Can use efficiency. 3 efficiency modules would be decent. Sadly, there are no Mark 2, 3, or 4 versions of automated screeners. I think that is a bit of an oversight, that the items that Pyra ores, like the stuff that fusion energy adds, two processes of casting ores into plates. These don't have increasing mark level versions, so if you're using fusion energy and are having to use screeners or hydrocyclones or thickeners, in some cases secondary crushers, all of those things, jigs, there's no increasing mark level versions of those. So when you have mixed chains for processing, like with impact crushers here and with the jaw crushers here, that can be problematic. That can be very problematic. I think I've decided that each step is going to be its own unique box. And also, of course, done through the power of robots. However, 3.33, I think, is two fast inserters. I don't know. I'm tempted to save the boxes, or save there. Tempted to use more robots and use boxes across the board rather than mix box and belt and inserters. So I'm just gonna do this. Not gonna do this side though, because I don't have the ore for it. So that will fill these and get them going. And this will give me grade 2 and grade 1 copper in the same chest. Now, I suppose this is okay. I could filter inserter into two different chests, but nah. Nah, and then next door is going to be jaw crushers. Don't even need this many for what I'm processing. Ooh, hello, bone meal from Bones and Meat. And jaw crushers. Okay. Okay, oh, kimberlite. Right, that's a thing to do. Excellent. Processing, further processing is also a thing to do. That is not the blueprint. This is the blueprint, please. I'll take all of it. Like, I have 6 of these here that I am not making 8 per second. Like, I'm not making 8 per second on the G1. I'm making half of that, so only really 3 of these are getting used at this point in time. Then it's back to screeners for the next step. What direction am I gonna go? Let's at least have some degree of... Oh god, there's 2 more screener steps. 3 steps use screeners. Sheesh. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. Great. How many do I have here available? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8, I guess. I will, continue. I will go this way. Oh, right, you also produce, stone. I will, in this case, probably use the filter inserters here on the outputs and have 2 of them. And then on the stone side, it will be a, it will be an active provider chest. I'm not actually requesting those. Okay, and then this one, of course. Alright, that's those filters done. For now, the stone is going to get stored. I'm going to need to have some place where stone gets voided in some way. I have an idea of what I want to do with that. On the stone side of things, there's also gravel that needs to be dealt with. Hey kitty, you've returned. Hey, thank you for returning, my baby. Yeah, did you eat your breakfast? I hope you ate your breakfast now that it's noon. Now that it's noon, I hope you ate your breakfast. So, out here, you know how I have this washer here that is capable of, yeah, up to like 15 per second processing stone into saline? That actually goes onto my main saline network and can get voided. Well, I'm just going to, you know, casually put a requester chest down to void literally all the stone from all of the chests that I have, or at least attempt to convert into saline. I may need another one of these at some point. This will actually perpetually consume stone for me. And stone, pretty much all of my stone that is available is coming from byproducts anyway. So I just want to make sure that I'm constantly dealing with byproducts. And the stone that makes it up here, like, I'm not requesting stone anywhere besides to void it, so it's not being used as a necessary ingredient very much. So I'm okay with having that perpetual demand there on the stone. Oh my gosh, hello. Hello, robots. They're all going to, yeah, they're all going to converge and attempt to fill this chest with the 50,000 unit request that I just did. Such the casual thing that you can just do. It's like, oh, do I want all of my robots down here now existing? Sure, let's just Or actually, do I want to see how much power production my base can handle? Sure, let's just request 50k of a thing. I see that hitting over 800. I see you there popping up over 800. My base cannot do a gig, by the way. 871, I think, was the peak there I saw on the production side of things. So now I know exactly how high I can go. Oh, and it's nighttime, and it's dying on me. It's dying at night. Oh, goodness gracious me. Goodness gracious me. That means I don't have enough power here to last the night away. Interesting, though, because I do have 3 of these. I have, like, 432 solar panels. And that is not enough, even with efficiency modules. Like, I really need the efficiency modules in these, so I'm thinking of stealing them from what I currently have in the mushrooms. I mean, it's good that I have them in the mushrooms, but I need them more in the electrolyzers because that's a much larger savings by having them in the electrolyzers. Because these, they consume 200 kilowatts base. I'd rather have them saving off of a base 800 than saving off of a base 200. Speaking of which, this accumulator charge is increasing again. I'm wondering if it's just not enough time in the day to fill the accumulator charge for the number of thingies that I have here. Oh, hello. Hello, Navy planes flying around. I hear the Navy planes flying, doing their thing. If you didn't know, I live in Norfolk, Virginia, home of the world's largest naval base. So everyone says around here. But living near a naval base, as big as this one, yeah, there's lots of Navy jets flying around everywhere. And then, of course, you get the big radar planes flying around, too. And the big transport planes flying in. Oh, it's always fun when the whole house starts shaking as you get one of the big military cargo planes landing within miles of you. Within, like, 10 miles. Yeah, always fun getting the whole house rumbles when the planes come in. Okay, continuing the work now. Now that big spike should be done. Still need to figure out what I'm going to do to gravel. So what do I want to do to it exactly? Because, I mean, I could put it on the network, but I definitely want to, You know what? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna actually finally have some asphalt production, because asphalt does get used in certain things. just add ash and tar. That is simple. What? Excuse me. Gravel. What building is that in? Oh, standard assembling machine. Okay. I will accept that and use it wonderfully. Where is my lane for tar? Speaking of tar, I am producing tar, but do I actually have it connected to my main bus? I don't actually know if it's hooked up to the main bus or not. Oh, you're backed up on that, and so you're not making heavy oil, and so you're not converting heavy oil into lube. Good thing I'm making lube in other ways. Yeah. This is why I should be doing that as well. I mean, I would actually prefer moving these a tile away and then having a splitter and then bringing it in, but whatever. Or I can just, you know, splitter here into these. Really? I'm out? Not anymore. There we go. Excuse me. There we go. Course output priority into the chest. That's exactly what I should have done in the first place, not had these here, but yeah, that'll be that. That shall be that. That shall be that. And that and that and that. And that and that and that and that and that and that and that. Asphalt, asphalt. Wherefore art thou, asphalt? You! Good. Beautiful. I can spare the 30 per second on the asphalt. Ooh, 15 per second gravel. That is handy. And then ash, and then into asphalt. All the gravel, all the gravel, all the gravel on the planet. And of course, all of the glorious ash. If I can find the ash. All of the ash. Bring me the ash. Bring me the red pages. Never the blue pages, only the red pages. Don't even think about the white pages. Hey, there's ash coming in. I definitely have the ash for this. Speaking of which, the actual asphalt, it is used as an ingredient in heat exchangers. And heat exchangers get used for Mark III equipment, so I think I'm going to put down a thing for heat exchangers that will go in a really, really, really big box. Yeah, heat exchangers. Well, it'll go into a normal box, but I'm not going to limit this box, which gives me quite a long time before having to worry about there not being... and I definitely have the 8,000L in the cooling tower, so I'm I'm not concerned about that. About there being way too much of a backup on asphalt. And that uses up to 7 per second on the asphalt. Yeah, so we're pretty good here. I'm definitely not going to limit the asphalt either. Gosh, they're all... How much is in this chest? Like, goodness gracious. But yeah, I will eventually get limited by gravel, and I'll have to figure something else out on the gravel side of things. For now, though, let's continue to finish this off within the next half an hour. I didn't actually scale my lube today, nor did I actually add another ground boring line. Oh well. Oh well, as they say. But stone's getting voided. You there. Camper. Are doing this. Using the standard blueprint. How do 6 work here? Will that even be enough? Probably not. 6 standard ones probably aren't enough for this. We shall see. Bring me the copper too. The G2 copper. Then I have to worry about copper rejects and G3. So copper rejects. Next step. Dealing with the rejects is the impact crushers. 175.5 hours. Bring me more impact crushers, please. These will be dealt with here. I think it's this process that gives me... yeah, gravel. This is the process that will give me gravel, so... it'll be convenient to grab this. I have to actually pick those up because they're going to send me grade 1 versus the rejects, and then you, instead of that, need to be gravel and grade 3 copper. There. Yep. Yeppers. Yeppers. There we go. That should be plenty. For reference, this should be plenty. And again, no productivity in any of these chains. Productivity can break some stuff. So that will be a whole bunch of grade 3 copper accumulating now. What am I going to do next? Next is the placement of more of this. And some fixing of wires. Because of course, always, like, the perpetual issue is the wires with this particular setup. Yeah, like, you shouldn't have two going to the medium poles. I wish that I could blueprint the actual wire connections, but yeah, I'm always going to have an issue on the wire connections. Always. That's just going to happen. Even if I could blueprint properly, like a node, like blueprint a 2x2 grid and have the one in the middle be fine, the ones on the edges will not be fine. As I scale out the rest of the way infinitely, so always gonna be issues. And you're placed, and okay, there we go. Next, I think it's screeners yet again. More screeners! Even more of the beautiful screeners. This time making grade 4 from grade 3. No idea how many I actually need. So I'm just gonna say, you know what, here, have all that. The way that I'm building this out pretty much is flying in the face of ratios to begin with. It's like, screw ratios. I'll just build. Okay, it's at this point that there's a split. I may want to filter here. Because there might be issues that arise by not, but I'm gonna leave it as is. The next step is classifiers. We're gonna get classy. Hello, kitty. Getting up? You waking from your slumbers? Yeah. Give me classies. We're gonna get so super classy. So incredibly classy. Actually, no, the split isn't here, actually. The split is here. With the copper low dust, I think. So it would be here that I would probably want the split to happen. Because, yeah, this goes into copper low dust. And grade 4, the copper low dust goes into, yeah, this process with the advanced foundry, and then the 4s go into the BOFs. So it's here that I likely would prefer having some filters. G4 and copper low dust. I'm realizing I'm not actually requesting any filter inserters either. How often am I using the long-handed inserters anymore? I'm not. Like, I'm not using the long-handed inserters anymore. Sort of want to also request the active provider chests, but I don't really want to give up anything that I'm currently requesting either. I mean, I guess it can just be when needed in my single utility slot there that I have. Just bring me those and leave them. Bring them and leave them. Okay, shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake! Mostly shaking. That's what we're doing. Mostly shaking. The next step. After classifiers. So we've got grade 4 coming out of here and grade 4 coming out of here. I will need buffs. So there's like 4 things left. How many squares do I got? 1, 2 few. 1 too few. I may as well just keep going. Right, this is the one that is off kilter a little bit. Yeah, so that was fine. So I have to do this. And then this. It's off forever now, I guess. Oh well. Not going to worry about it. So the next building is washers. We're going doing this. How much water gets used? 1400, oh great. Bring me stone water wells. I can't craft any, there we go. I can craft them, guys. I can craft them. Why did I even install this mod for Mark II electric mining drills when the whole point of what I'm doing here is I will never need mining drills? That's sort of like the idea. The whole idea is to not ever need mining drills anymore by doing this way. Ay, ay, ay. Why am I not using the undergrounds below? Just because I need to use undergrounds here for the chests. That explains things fully. Chests! Glorious chests. Whoops. You only have the one output. Yes, yes. Request things. Power things. And then, oh, wow, that's a lot of tailings. Wow, that's a lot of tailings. Holy crap, that's a lot of tailings. Potentially. Where are all of my thingies? Thingies. By the way, one is 200 per second. Can I get a 60 per second to do 200 per second, please? Get... Oh, why? Speed modules! I need you! I need you now. I need you always. Where are my thingies? Bring them, please. Bring me all of them. Like, all of them. Why? Why no speed? Why no speed? Need speed. I have a need. A need for speed. Seriously, need the speed. Gotta go fast. Why are you... Give me thingy! Thank you. Thank you for thingies. Like, bring me those thingies! All the way down. Should have thought about having a path for a car at some point, but as it stands, I can't actually get my car from here to here easily. It's like I have to take a big detour every time, all the way around. How about I actually try this time? So, module speed. Circuit 2s. Because of course you need circuit 2s to give me requisite numbers of speed modules. Who's just holding on to a bunch of circuit 2s? You are. I'm sure a lot of my machines are, for that matter. Holding on to way too many. Alright. I'm gonna forcibly build a bunch of... Yes, a bunch of. That is a unit of measurement. The bunch of. Really want to hook that up. Really want to hook that up. But there is a process that needs to be followed. Build. Faster. Faster! Faster! Oh, they stole it from me. They stole it. Mine. 1 per second. Really? Really? By the way. Dang it! That would be so convenient. That would be awesome. Like, let's productivity module. Productivity modules. And speed modules. And effectivity. Excuse me, efficiency modules. Why does there have to be 2 names for these? They are efficiency modules in the localization, but in the actual code, the item name is effectivity modules, not anything else. You're actually gonna go there and forcibly do some efficiency modules as well. But yeah, give me those. I need them. I need you, baby. All of them. 12 more minutes though, so let's ignore for now and finish this extra copper shenaniganry. What can I do in 12 minutes? Ah, you'd be surprised. You would be surprised what can get done in 12 minutes in this game. Especially through the power of cut and paste, or copy and paste. Which we are absolutely going to be doing soon. Very soon. The power of copy and paste will be upon us. It will be made very apparent very shortly. Just as soon as I get these guys down. Right here. Oh, I guess I also need one of these at least doing hot air. The hot air, I guess, will be there. I need a regenerative heat exchanger. I can just craft that. Hot stone bricks. Vacuum pumps. It's 4 vacuum pumps. Why? Why am I always not having what I need on me at the point in time that I need it? Give me my tab. Wherefore art thou? There. Oh, there they are. Let there be lights. And bring me those. You there. Copper plates out of that. And the chests. Wait. Yeah. Okay. Doink, 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 and then it's going to have to be a little bit of that. Alright. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. Power. Yeah, that'd be great. Power would be fantastic. So there's a little bit of, copper plate action. That just leaves, basic oxygen, furnace, fun. This also means I'm gonna need to bring oxygen as well. Ugh. Ooh, I could go the route. Oh, I could do high grade. High grade. What is... Oh, that's the high grade copper from... Alright, agitators. Acid solvent and grease. I can do that, but grease. I mean, I could do that. I've got lard and Nexlet. Fine, I will work on that, but I won't work on that today. Instead, I will be doing the standard grade 4 into molten. Yeah, I have to use, underground somewhere. I guess I'm gonna use them here. Should be all of it connected, even though you can't see past the sprite. And then... Oh, joy of bliss. Yeah, that's low enough amounts for regular thingies. The things. No. There. Ah, right. Fuel! Fuel is also required of some description. Yeah, for now, just... Coke is fine. And then, casting machine. I may as well cast here for now. My molten. Get a requester going. With that stuff. And then, of course, the output will be through there. And that, as they say, is that. So now we've got more copper plates coming onto the network. A lot more copper plates. You... Oh, come on, man. 132... Whatever. It goes faster. It is moving faster. And I have lots of room to grow stuff, so... That is... fine and dandy. So remember what I said about last 5 minutes and how much you can do in a short amount of time here. Well, as it turns out, you can do a lot in a little amount of time. And that includes doing something along the lines... I don't want to put this, that's a good question. Of that. And... that. Hello, kitty. Kitty Cole. And... ooh, do I want to go out into the same chests? I guess I can. Yeah, that's okay. So, congratulations to me. I just, that is how you add, like, stuff. Now, that is the scaling in a nutshell. How to scale in a nutshell. Copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. All the things. Hello, dudes. You look like you could use some help. I do, of course, have to, do a bit of routing of stuff. Oh, did I just... yes, I did. Yeah, you aren't what I want here. That would be... you. You are the one I want here. You're the one I want. Autosave 176 hours even. That should fix things. So I still need to, like, do some piping stuffs. But, actually, yeah, that just works. That just works. I just need to get the, lube going. Yeah, that doesn't need to be. Yeah, I just need to get the lubricant onto the rest of the lubricant network, and that will work just fine. So, what got done today? I designed, slash slightly modified an existing setup to take my, to do coal gas production out of coke, out of coal. I appear to be backed up on that coal gas. This converts all of the tar into even more coal gas, so that's plenty. It is 4 squares of mushrooms. It's actually producing more mushrooms than what gets consumed going into the coal and what the coal is producing here. So that is fine. That is my coal gas. Congratulations, that's coal gas. I've just copied down some more lubricant, so this is the requisite lubricant. Very, very similar in the amount of space that this consumes. The coal gas is 1 technically extra in a 1/6, but this is can be more than 1. So it's like 5 point and a seventh. 5 and a seventh or a sixth, and this is pretty much just 5 squares to deal with here in the lubricant production. Although I don't really need the soil anymore, to be completely honest. I still do need to route oxygen up here before I can start actually casting copper, but I also did set up in my squares the copper casting chain for now. So that was step one. Like, one of the initial things that I also had wanted to do was, as I'm setting up additional ground boring capacity for copper, because I am limited on copper and I do need copper, as well as enough copper to feed the drilling fluid one, which I am not currently using, but I will be using relatively shortly. I decided, you know what, we'll do additional copper initially, and next time I will continue scaling the lubricant and the coal gas up in order to also have lubricant for glass, because I think it's still lubricant on the quartz, but don't quote me on that. Normally, without my little mod that makes everything lubricant instead of drilling fluids. So something for quartz minimum for boring for stuff, and then from there, lead and drilling fluid 2. Or I might just straight up do drilling fluid 2 and be done with it and be like, hey, this feeds itself, but I still need silver. I could do the lead later because I currently have silver, but anyway. We've reached the end. Don't forget, the question of the day for the day is, what have you been reading lately? Let me know in the comments below if you're watching the VOD. And if you are watching the VOD, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and if you are so inclined, head on over to twitch.tv/Otaku Showboat to leave a follow and turn on notifications to be reminded when I go live, Sundays through Fridays from 10 a.m. to approximately 1 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. I hope to see you all on the next one as we grow our grid. As we grow the grid here and start scaling up all of the things.